Welcome everyone to the Infinite Star Connections. We have a special edition today. We are live from the Conscious Life Expo going on right now in LA, California. We are your hosts. I'm Vivian Chauvette and the amazing Jimmy Church, everybody. Yay! Hello, Jimmy.
Isn't this amazing?
It is. Here, you got to put that AirPod if you want to hear Jeff.
Yep, right here so you
Have
can
a
hear
seat.
if you want to sit down. Go right ahead.
Sure.
Here, I'll let you
I'll
sit.
jump in.
Yes. You
What
are
a way to
amazing.
start. I love it.
What a way to start. Jimmy.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
We're doing great.
That is fantastic. Hey, Jimmy Church, everyone from Fade to Black. Isn't that a treat? Jimmy, thank you for taking the time. I know you're hosting here at the Conscious Life Expo, so you've been very busy
Mm-hmm.
all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you have your booth upstairs. I came to see you yesterday. So has been your experience so far?
You know, one of the things, well, the highlight is seeing the both of you. But all kidding aside, last night we did the Expo's Got Talent, the talent show. And to have that kind of talent on stage, knowing that that's who's walking around the conference, to get up and sing and dance and like this world-class entertainment, and they're just our friends from the community, and it was amazing. It was packed. It was loud. It was just so much fun. And so, but check this out. This is the funny part. Linda Moulton Howe is here. It's her 80th birthday.
88?
80th.
No way.
80,
Linda.
right?
Yep.
So I get here Friday night. We do a panel, and of course, Linda's on the panel. There's Maureen St. Germain just walking by,
And Maureen.
and so we do the panel. I stay up with Linda after the panel till 2 o'clock in the morning talking, and I have to remember she's 80, right?
Incredible.
So now it's yesterday. It's Saturday. We do the panel. She gets a Lifetime Achievement Award. George Norrie and the rest of us all sang happy birthday to her. She got a cake, and then I pull her up. She's now a star panel judge for the Ramon, just walking by, for the talent show. After the talent show, we go back downstairs and we sit there until 2 o'clock in the morning. Remember, what time is it right now? It's 10 a.m., everybody.
Pacific time.
Yeah, so I'm up with Linda last night till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said to Linda, Linda, we've got to go to bed. We have to get up at 9:30. We have a panel at 9:30 in the morning, a half hour ago. And she goes, you go. I'm going to stay up. So I go to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, how does this lady do this? And so I get up this morning. I shower. It's 7:30, and I get ready, go downstairs, and who do I see? First person I see, the last person I saw last night, Linda Moulton Howe. I said, how do you do this? Jimmy, it's the Conscious Life Expo. It's the people. It's everybody here, and I just can't believe not only her, but the magic, and how many people. It's been a great turnout.
Yes.
Thousands. I think the last count, I think we have 8,000 attendees here. Everybody doing the thing. There's the boss walking by right there. T, we're live, T.
We're like, we're doing.
I'm so happy to hear.
You know what, T, come around.
Yes,
No,
come.
I'm good.
No, I want you to walk around
Come on in.
and jump in for a second. This is the backbone of the conference. T, this is T. Solis.
Morning.
Absolutely amazing woman.
We are
Yay.
live. Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Absolutely.
I'm excited and welcome everybody. See you
Thank
later.
you.
I'm off.
And that's what this conference is about. And of course, you and our friends, and it's just amazing. So that's my little speech with Linda Moulton Howe's lack of sleep brain that I have right now. it's just great to be here. So how's it going for you so far?
It's been amazing. I did my lecture yesterday. I did a powerful lecture, and I did a double activation. And you know, Jimmy, the room was packed. I had people standing in the back of the room. A lady had a beautiful blue and green parrot on her shoulder.
I saw her.
You saw her.
Yes. Okay, the parrot. Uh, I understand there's two. The parrot is so human, right?
Oh, it's incredible.
Incredible. I
Yeah.
saw that doing push-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely incredible.
Wow.
It came. So I asked the lady. I said, "Can I hold him?" She said, "Of course." He came right away on my left hand, and right away he made eye contact. He was like looking at me, like making deep eye contact.
Isn't
He
that
was
amazing?
Studying my field, and I told the bird. I said, "I know what you see. You're seeing my nocturnal energy, can you?" And he just locked in. And so the lady said, Mama, the caretaker, said, "Okay, it's time to come back." No, he didn't want to. He wanted to stay right on my left hand right now.
I was watching a friend of mine, Lisa, yesterday with the parrot, and she's taking pictures, and I'm thinking it's almost like the parrot just wants to be friends with everybody, just walking around, hanging out. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Oh, look, here's Lisa right here.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's who. Here, hold on. You ready?
Yes.
Hold on. I have the parrot. Oh, okay, it's not there.
Okay.
I thought I had the parrot shot.
Yeah, I posted a picture of the parrot on my hand. It was absolutely amazing. And so yeah, we did the lecture, and then we bring in an Arcturian holographic field in the room, and we did a double activation, including the realignment of your planetary grids that align you into your body and your soul body of light. Everybody was blown away. The response is really phenomenal. We have been busy here at our booth. As you can see, our banners behind us. And
Now, is that where you took me to another planet?
Yes.
That's it?
This is the one.
yes,
Incredible. If it's okay, can I do it again before I leave?
oh, you're absolutely right on, Jimmy.
I want to let everybody know. A few months ago, Vivian puts me in the pyramid. It's right here. Now, I had never done this before, and I don't want to say skeptic. That's not the right word, but I'm a little scared of woo. Let me just put it that way, because it's amazing when it happens, and then when you go through it and you experience it, it's a whole nother thing. So I go through, just what would you call the process?
Good question, Jimmy. So I turn the camera so everybody can see clearly the Nubian. This is the Nubian pyramid that Jimmy is referring to. So the process is easy. The moment you sit inside of the Nubian, which you did back in Loveland at the conference, and what we do is that right away we connect to you, and the pyramids become a dimensional chamber of energy. So the pyramid is an instrument. It amplifies the transmission. So what I see is that dimensionally, I see grids activating within the pyramid, plus with Peter's tensor ring, there's a double tensor energy field from the top of the pyramid and the bottom of the chair that you sit on. And then my Arcturian group comes and we do what's called an Arcturian
It was amazing.
light transmission.
Now, I did the full. I had the ankle rings. I had the necklace. Did I have stuff on my wrist?
You just had the anklets and the pendant.
Okay, anklets and the
anklets.
and so this is what is so amazing. I know something's going to happen. I just don't know what. And I ask Vivian. I trust. You know, it's all about trust. Don't tell me. I just want to experience this. And I don't know how long I was there. Okay, this is the truth. So we finished. I was like, how long was that? Because when you see, want to describe this as colors, but there's also scenes, there's scenery. My eyes are closed. I don't know what Vivian is doing or seeing because I have headphones on.
Yeah.
So I am completely removed from the environment. And what was happening, that's a personal journey. I don't really want to get into that.
Right, right.
But it's an escape of time. And this it's a journey. I went somewhere, and when it was done, I felt clear. Not clear. That's not. That's. I felt different. Now, and and for me, here's the thing. When I'm here at a conference like this, as you know, I'm usually the host. I'm the host. I'm busy from morning to night. It's just go, 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 um, and I'm unfocused. I'm unclear. And I stepped out of that pyramid. Uh, Energized is the wrong word too. I felt young. I felt um, uh, clear of mind, almost like a virgin, like a kid that hasn't experienced things yet. It's like that.
Incredible.
And just came out. And so anyway, so that's that. Anybody that gets an opportunity to do it, do it. But so I step out and I look at Vivian, and I kind of looked around, and I said these were, can we do this again, like right now? That it was just incredible, incredible,
I-
incredible.
It was incredible, and to watch you go through the stages, I can see, because you went through different stages at the same time, and after that, you were presenting
Hmm.
at a conference in Loveland. You were presenting, and some people came out of the ballroom.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes,
Right?
yes,
Remember
yes, yes, yes. Oh, I went right up on stage and said, "You got to go see Vivian." And
Go to the pyramid.
can I ask you a question before? I want to say thank you to everybody letting me hang out here for a few minutes. Uh, at home, do you and Peter just like hang out in the pyramid? Do you guys?
Yes.
I tend to do meditations in the pyramid.
And the
at times.
You do?
Yeah. and
Yeah, we
kids
do.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We have the Giza, so you can lay down in the Giza because it's 10 foot by 10 foot.
Clothed or unclothed? No. Okay. But so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Uh, I just moved in to a new house about 6 months ago, and upstairs I have a loft, 20-foot ceilings, and it's a big the loft. It's a big room, and I've been looking at it and looking at it. So I go hang out with Vivian and Peter, and I do this thing, and I've come back, and I already talked to you about this. I'm going to put a pyramid in there. I'm going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do it. Mine's going to be unclothed, though.
Hey,
No clothing.
oh, you're home, you're good.
I'm kidding. You don't want to. Nobody wants to put that vision in their head. But
It's already done.
yeah, right. But I want to. What the Giza shape is? What's that called? That's Nubian,
That's Nubian.
right? And so, what do you call the Giza shape?
It's a Giza. It's
Yeah,
the Giza.
It's called a
that's the
Giza?
name. It's the Giza, the one that is 10 foot wide and like what, 6 foot tall.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so before I go, because I gotta go to work. This is fun. Now I've got to go and work.
You're too kind.
But I want to play guitar in there. I was thinking about that.
Oh, imagine
Putting
the sound.
putting
Yes.
a chair. Well, yeah, but to vibe, when you play guitar, any musical instrument, you go into that. You play for an hour or two. You go into that zone. You go into a place. What if I'm practicing the guitar? I go into that place in the pyramid.
Yeah,
Hey, that's good
because
inspiration.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I've already got this kind of mapped out. I've talked to Vivian about this, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have the 10-foot Giza guitar nude meditation practice studio, And I'm kidding about the news.
Well, the image is there. I mean, it's just we can really all focus and see that going. It's all part of the experience, Jimmy. It's all part of the experience.
Vivian, big hug,
Thank
big
you,
hug.
Jimmy.
Everybody, thank you so much for letting me just come in and take over this live stream. Peter, you're amazing, man. And goodbye to everybody. And if you can ever make it out to the Conscious Life Expo, come see us. We're here. It's just an amazing weekend. All right. I'll see everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jimmy. We really love you and appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
I'll take the haircuts.
Oh, no. I'm taking I don't have any. I need these.
Amazing. Oh my goodness.
Come back. We're going to do this.
Alrighty, everybody. That was Jimmy Schur's Fade to Black. We never know what's going to pop in. We're live here at the Life Expo.
Yes.
For those who are joining us, we're very grateful that you're here. We thought that it would be a fun episode just to, and we're going to roam around. I want to show you. The exhibit all just opened. It's 10, a little bit after 10 a.m. here Pacific time in LA, California. That was Jimmy Church from Fade to Black. In fact, yesterday I came across Linda Moulton Howe, and many years ago, that's a fun story. Many years ago, I gave a private interview for Linda in a hotel room in Phoenix, Arizona. A friend of mine, Bob Stowe, introduced me to her. And so she came with her notebook thinking she's going to do into like journalist interrogation. And Mark Turncook said, we're going to talk with you. And so there was one observant behind me. And during the interview, I'll always remember, that was a few years ago, we were at the International UFO Congress.
You guys.
Bye, Jimmy. You're the best. So anyway, so we're at the UFO Congress, and then we have this interview going on in her room, Linda Moulton Howe's room, and she's going to full journalist bowl with me and questioning, and the team flipped it around and start asking her question instead. She froze and put down the notebook, and then you can tell her mind was shifting, and the conversation that we had was completely different from what she originally thought. After about an hour, she said, "I'm not feeling well. I need to, rest." So I said, "Okay, thank you for your time. We're very grateful." So we walked out of her room. She took my friend on the side and told him, she goes, "Who is this woman?" He was completely blown away. And I'm like, well, welcome to the Australian world. So when I saw her at the hotel, she turned around and she looked at me. She went, "Oh, it's you." And she waved. I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." It was incredible. So anyway, that was my own story with Linda Moulton Howe, and celebrating her 80th birthday this weekend. Isn't that incredible? Yes, yes. So here's my husband, Peter. Want to say hi? We have Peter.
Hey, there
Good
he is.
morning.
Hello, Peter.
How you doing, Joe?
Good, good, good.
Cool. Yeah, just been a very exciting show. Very busy.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic. A lot of people coming by, looking at the tools and discussing the healing modalities with Viv and doing work in the pyramid. Connecting with both of us, working, picking up the flyers we have for the group healing stuff, and picking up some flyers for the tools and stuff when they, because a lot of folks will come through here and not pick up anything, but they'll experience all the tools. They'll grab cards and flyers, and then they'll pick them up later at a later date. Since they've experienced it, they know what they're looking for and what they can get. So it's a lot more hands-on for folks to actually experience the tools.
Yeah, it really is, and also a lot of different level of reality, a lot of a different level of energy. It feels like we are in a multidimensional bubble of time with different layers of energies overlapping. It's all moving ups and down. It's been really an interesting journey. So today is the third day. It's Sunday. It's the last day of the conference. Tomorrow there's a post-conference, but we will be gone by then So I want to share with all of you and say hello also for everyone joining us today. Um, from everywhere, Ireland, we have people from all across the US, Canada, England, we have people from Sweden. We're very, very happy to have you. And yes, Peter's pendant are really potent in this light.
Oh yeah.
Incredible, powerful. And like Jimmy Church talked about with the Nubian pyramid, we've been doing a lot of healing. I'm doing octane transmission, light transmission codes for people, helping people to transform, shift, making quantum shift, raising the consciousness of frequencies. And something even amazing happened. I want to share that with all of you, Jeff, who are also those who are listening. When we arrived, we drove from Arizona to LA. Okay, we arrived on Thursday, and as we're driving through town, I said, okay, we need to do serious work here in LA. We need to uplift the consciousness, the light. We need to change the paradigm here. So what I've done is I asked for help. I asked the Ascended Masters, the Councils of Light. I asked my Octane group, all the enlightened star nations. I mean, we need to uplift the energy and shift the paradigm here. It is so polarized here in LA. We need to shift that. And you know what happened, Jeff? It's Master Buddha who came, literally. How do I know Master Buddha came? Because I went into a meditation and I did a remote view, and Buddha came. And what Buddha did is transforming the street. I saw crystalline lotus flower emerging of each corners of all the streets around downtown. And here we are here in LA. I saw these lotus, crystalline lotus, and Buddha says we're here to uplift the consciousness, to bring virtues of joy, to implement higher energies, to be able to, help people heal and remember who they are. And so yesterday I spoke with a Buddhist, a man from Asia. He's Buddhist, and I explained, shared with him my experience with Buddha, and he said, Vivian, the way you describe everything and the way you experience Buddha, I can tell you that you have the real experience. I know this because I've been talking with Buddha since 2007. So, but to have this conversation with this Buddhist man directly from Asia, it was incredible. He was very impressed with what we do. And I was very grateful for Master Buddha to come and uplift the consciousness, shifting everyone. This is what we're here for. Peter and I are here to anchor the light. We're shifting the paradigm here in LA. And I can tell you, we've been getting all kind of pushbacks. It's been really interesting.
Lots of interference, lots of individuals at multiple levels of ascension, energy levels. It's been interesting.
Yes. We even had one of our um, iPad.
Yeah, we had an iPad that was we used for actually connecting to our headphones for people in the pyramid, and it's actually there for the meditation sounds, the theta audio we use. And went to go log in, and it was just about light. I couldn't do anything with it.
The
So
whole
I had to
device.
clean it, had to wipe it and restart it all over again. So it was
I've been experiencing the same issue with my main cell phone. It would just stop working, and then I have to reset it.
Yep.
But my other phones work perfectly. Just that one phone.
Yeah.
Well, it stopped working, but in our case, it was reset back to factory reset. There was nothing on it,
Yeah.
and it happened on its own. So, we make a declaration of the light. We're here to be of service. We're here to anchor also where the Octorian and then the masters have come and get involved. And it's been an incredible experience. So, um, you know, people are starting to arrive here, so it's going to get a bit noisier. So I'm going to be moving around. If you want to, you'd like a grand tour. Would you like to ask Maureen if she wants to come say hello?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I just wanted to bring up one of the individuals who came up to our booth yesterday.
Yes.
He was just activated, 100% activated, and you could see it in his demeanor. I mean, he was literally like he had just drank 3 pots of coffee, had the jitters, he was sweating, and the whole nine. And we had him put the anklets on to shield him, the Michael pendant to help him calm and shield. And then finally we had to give him one of the meditation coils And I told him, just use your breath in and out, push all that energy into the coil. And after 3 of those, all of a sudden he was actually stable, and you can actually see it. He actually just, shoulders went back, and he was just calm. That was the first time I've ever met somebody that was fully activated that has not been able to understand what has happened. It happened to him overnight. So I'm just wondering if this is going to happen to a lot of people as we get closer and closer to the, I guess the time merge.
Yes, most
Well,
likely.
and when that does happen, and it's happening now, it's that people will search out people like you to help them realign themselves correctly.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's pretty clear. And I can tell you, Peter and I are going to be much more mobile this year. We're going to go to mini conferences. We have also an international plan, and we'll talk about it later. But we have pretty big plans coming up, and opportunity to even get our podcast involved, get more mobile. We're going to have many wonderful guests coming in. We're going to be going, we have many places this year, so stay tuned because we have a lot. So we're going to go. Peter's now is going to go ask our next surprise guest if she wants to come and pop in. Yes, come on in. We have the lovely Maureen St. Germain coming in. Maureen, come on. She is coming. Welcome, please. We have the lovely Maureen here.
There
Maureen,
she
you can
is.
put that one so you're going to be able to hear my co-host. We are live right now on the Infinite Star Connections. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we're going to be also on iHeartRadio, Pandora. Nice. Yes. Now, thank you for stopping by.
That's why it's not fitting out. There you go.
Thank you for stopping by today, and maybe to share some of your experience at the expo.
We have had some amazing people come by and some very interesting presentations. I've enjoyed working with people regarding how they're interacting with their everyday work. One of the things that I do is help people with understanding the world around them and having tools to adapt, because there's so many people who have an awareness of something and yet their family and friends don't. So it's very powerful to be able to help them in that way. And we've had some really wonderful exhibitors here who have been very interested in everyone's work as well.
Absolutely. And would you share with our audience the wonderful work that you do, Maureen?
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
I have written a book, Waking Up in 5D. I've actually written 6 books, and they've been published in 24 languages, and I've taught in 34 countries.
Oh my God, congratulations. Wonderful.
And I'm still teaching all over the world through Zoom. Thank God for that. And what I teach is what it is going on in this reality and bring it from everyday terms into where people can understand the real things that are happening. So many times things start to happen, and I'll give you an example. You put something down and you go back for it, maybe a pair of sunglasses, and they're not there. And you fool around trying to find it for a few minutes, and then you finally say, I gotta go. And you grab a spare pair. So then you add, you use the spare pair, you put it back, and a couple of days later, you're in that same location, the drawer or the corner, and the missing item is exactly where you thought you put it before. And this is what's going on, is you're going from 3rd dimension to 5th dimension. In 5th dimension, you can play in 3rd dimension, but in 3rd dimension, you can't get into 5th. So 3rd dimension is this place of polarity and judgment, and 5th dimension is this place of openness and acceptance. And in 5th dimension, there is no more karma. There is no more judgment. There is no need to say, I'm sorry. And that's heavy duty.
Oh,
You know, I taught all of my kids, you don't have to say you're sorry. Instead, when something happens on the playground, you say, are you okay? Because that validates the other person, but it doesn't invalidate me. When I insist that you say I'm sorry to me because you hurt me, that makes me above you.
I see. Okay.
So the reason you're not supposed to say you're sorry anymore is because sorry makes you subjected to the other person's way of thinking, their bias, and so on. A lot of times, have you ever noticed how a little kid won't say "I'm sorry"? You know, the parent saying, "Say you're sorry, say you're sorry," and the child just, they clam up.
Yeah, you
And the reason is because the child doesn't feel they're sorry, and they don't understand that there's this convention in the 3D world that creates this contrast. And in 5D, what we do is we allow ourselves to be an observer, and then we participate when it pleases us. Yeah. So that's part of the understanding that I share with people, and all of my books help people shift and grow. So I've been called a practical mystic because I like to help people get from where they are to where they want to be with practical steps. And then the other thing is I take tools that I have learned as a mystic and apply them into the 3D world, and how can we use those. And one of the ways I do that is I tell people, ask for a day of heaven on earth for yourself and everyone you come in contact with. And then I also add everyone I'm in contract with, because it turns out that I might be wanting my webmaster to have a good day, even if I'm not talking to him today.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. That's
So,
incredible.
yeah.
What a very amazing accomplishment, Maureen.
Well, I've been working at it for a long time.
I can tell. How has it started for you, all your incredible journey?
I personally think I was born awake,
Okay.
because when I was a child, I didn't have any interest in any of the things that most kids were interested in. But I found a book called Lives of the Saints that my mom had. And I always would grab that from the bookcase. And it was a beautiful book, and it had gold leaf on it, gold edges, And then one day it wasn't where it was supposed to be in the bookcase. And I remember thinking, where's that book? And I immediately had a mental image of where it was. So I got a chair, climbed up in a closet, pulled it off of a top shelf, did what I wanted to do with the book, and then I put it back on the bookcase where it belonged. And I figured that my mother would figure out not to bother hiding it again. Why would my mom hide it? Because I was a kid, and that was a nice book.
She didn't want you to
Didn't want me to mess with it.
mess with it.
Yeah. So I've always been plugged in. I've always had awareness. In fact, as a child, I was also aware of being observed. I knew there were space beings watching me. Some were benevolent and some were not. So, and I wasn't afraid. I was just aware.
That is incredible, because even as a child to be aware, necessarily sink into that fear energy.
Yeah, no. I will say that's something else. There are children today that are fearless.
Yes.
And what I have been told by my guides is the fearlessness is a sign that they're a descended master.
A sign of the descent master. I love this.
Yeah. So if you have a child, a son or daughter, or grandchild that's fearless, you can't train them to be fearful. That won't happen. It won't work. What you can do is keep checking in. What am I to do about this? What am I to do about this? Because there is no easy way to work with those children. They need not protection, but guidance. And so, for example, your child is doing something that you know is dangerous, and they're not staying the danger. They're pushing the limits to see what will happen or how far it can go. Breaks. And so the way to deal with it is you put both hands on their shoulders and you say, honey, this problem for most kids, and I realize you're not in danger here. However, you need to understand that other kids will follow you and do this kind of thing because it would create a problem for other kids. That way you're not telling them they should, you're not telling them they can't, or if they're in trouble. You're simply helping them understand that they stand out, and other kids will follow what they do. So they have to be aware that they're sending the message they want to send. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And the other thing I will advise as a parent is if you have any children that are, really making you nuts because they're pushing the limits, take a moment and say this daily prayer. I'm asking for the mantle, like the mantle that like a priest or a minister would wear, the mantle of the Divine Mother or the Divine Father over me today. And you say that every day, so that when you get upset or you're ready to, you can have this overlay. Okay, everything's fine.
Incredible. That is so great. Will it work also with teenagers or
Yes,
older
yes,
children?
yes. In fact, I tell people for a teenager, the ideal situation is to be their cheerleader and not their instructor. And there's a difference.
Oh.
So when your teenage son or daughter does something that you really wish they wouldn't do, or they're moving in a certain direction, I recommend that they tell you what's going on, and instead of saying, well, this is how I've solved it in the past, or when I was a teenager I did this, or I think you should do X, instead to say, how are you going to solve that, honey?
Bring it back onto them.
Right. And when you ask them, how are you going to solve that, honey, what happens is you invite them to use what you've taught them.
Ah, okay.
Because if you try to tell them as a teenager, they want to show you that they can think for themselves.
True.
But if you trust them to think for themselves, they will revert to what you have taught them.
Oh, very wise. Very wise. Gosh, I'm so glad that you came today, Maureen. And I knew, see, my co-host Jeff and I, we knew that we were going to do a live coverage today. Something fun to help, being able to talk with people. And this is no coincidence, synchronicity. There are booths are right across from each other.
Oh yes, and Vivian and I have been really wanting to spend more time together.
Yes.
And getting it together, and we couldn't make it happen before, but we set the intention.
We set the intention, Maureen, I remember, because I started in Shasta, Mount Shasta conference last August 2021.
I felt like we were like blinked.
Yes.
Did you feel that too?
I did. We did, and at the same time, there was so much going on. So we left the conference as, okay, the intention is to connect. And then we connected to Telegram. I remember that. And then the energy moved. And here we are today in LA from Arizona. That's the beauty of it. We're here in LA, California at the Conscious Life Expo. And we just so happened that our table across.
Yeah. So we're growing on each other's energy, which is also awesome.
And it really is. And I'm very grateful that you accept very spontaneously to jump on and share your wisdom and so many books and so many countries and teaching that you bring.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Fifth dimensional
Thank you for helping me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Maureen, if people want to connect with you, what is the best way?
You can go to my website, Maureen St. Germain.
Okay, let me type it in so people can see it. Let me know if I spell that correct. Am I good?
Where are you at?
Right here.
MaureenSt.com. You got it.
Alrighty.
And all of my books are available on Amazon. And you want in your mother tongue, you might be able to find it.
That's my mother tongue.
There are a few French versions of some of my books.
Fantastic. And we do have also watching us right now. True. That's why I mentioned French.
Oh, very good.
Yes,
Very
yes.
good. And Spanish and Russian and Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also an expert on the Akashic Records. I to the Akashic Records a number of years ago, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, and I was told that I was being closed to humanity for eons.
For eons.
And so, I'm enjoying that, and I'm starting to move in that direction. And then one day, so the only one who has this access, and I was told no.
I love it.
I was told, but you will teach many.
Well, you will teach me. So you teach
To access Akashic records. That's right.
Okay, well, that would be
And my
interesting.
technique is very, very unique. It requires certain things to learn and acquire as a skill set, and things in a very logical, step-by-step way, so that you can get it. And you start to say you're interested.
Yeah, I would be interested in learning because I've already starting to do. I do soul genesis, Akashic soul profile reading,
Aha.
and I've been asking. Literally, I want to deepen my ability to do that.
Okay.
There's no
That'd be good.
coincidence there
Yeah.
already.
Very cool.
See,
Very cool.
that is awesome, Maureen. I cannot thank you enough for coming
My
today.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we will connect more. And we're both in Arizona, so it's perfect.
Yeah. And so hi to all of you out there. Thank you for watching.
Oh yes, and then we'll be broadcast
Very
to
good.
Buzzsprout, we're on Pandora, iHeartRadio, so it's going to be everywhere.
Fantastic.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, totally.
Thank you, Maureen.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sorry about that. It might buffer a little bit because we're here in the exhibit hall. Can you see Jeff? Jeff, can you still hear me?
Oh yes, you were buffering still.
I know. Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes. Yep. Get up and move around.
Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes, get up and move around. Change that signal.
All right, I'm going to be moving around.
Yep,
Can you hear me?
perfectly.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes. There's
Can
a
you
lot
hear
of
me?
energy there.
Okay. Okay. Let's move around. We're gonna move around. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's move around and see who else we're gonna come across. How about that?
Perfect.
Right? Alrighty, everybody. Let's get mobile. Excuse me. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna be moving, showing everybody around. Okay. So we're moving in the exhibit hall. As you can see, there's a lot going on. It's Sunday, so people are settling in. There's incredible booths here. Hmm?
You don't need to talk.
Okay. No, I guess I have a guess. All right. Hi, good morning. Yes, we are live on Facebook. Today, this is another beautiful vendor.
My name is Sebastian. I've been reading for over 45 years. And if you get a chance, come on down because this is one of the best shows in Southern California.
I love this. Thank you for bringing your gifts and your talent. You've been
Well,
very busy. I can see that during the weekend. It was been amazing. Yes, thank you so much, Sebastian. Oh, yes. We're continuing our run here. Can you still hear me?
Yes, keep on going. You're doing a fabulous job.
Can you still hear me, Jeff?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So we're still live. We're moving around. I want to go show you another amazing vendor. There you go. Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes, keep going. You're doing great.
Hey, we are live on YouTube right now. Hi. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We're moving around into Exhibit Alt. We're here in an amazing booth, spiritual totem animal communications. You know, we know how much I love animals. So
Yes.
I want to show
It's
you.
been such a pleasure to be with you this weekend.
Uh,
I just want to say.
It's been absolutely amazing, and I still want to get this deck. I want to show everybody we're here with Bernadette King for Animal Communications, Spirit. It's been an absolutely amazing booth. I mean, look at that. Huh? Yes, animal
Wonderful.
communication,
Look at
very
that.
important. Thank you. Look at that. It's incredible. They have a deck that goes directly profit for children and horses, which I'm going to get, obviously. It's very cool. Can I show the deck to the camera? This is what I'm going to be getting. This beautiful deck right here. All all the profit goes directly for children working with horses. And I'm coming back for this. I'm gonna get a booth. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back. You'll see me again. So we're here, and I'm just walking around. You can still hear me. We're here
Yes.
live at the Conscious Life Expo. I'll show you here. This is where registration is, right behind me. With the banner, as you can see.
Come on, girl. Walk quicker. Oh, I hope we did not lose the feed. Vivian, I'm sending you a message. Don't lose the feed. You might have to log in. Yep. Okay, well, she's going to have to re-log in. Let me get that board ready for her to do that. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay. Well, that's what happens when it's live. And this is a great thing. And I can still see the chat, thank goodness. So, yeah, she's going to have to re-log in, and she's coming in right now. So, excellent day. So what does everybody think about all those guests? I know that there's a few more that she has, and these are going to be coming on our show pretty soon, probably in the summertime. All those books. There it is. Yep. Perfect. Well, hit me up with some questions, guys. Let's go before she gets back. I can tell you some stuff that maybe you're not supposed to know yet. Yeah, she's logging back in a few seconds. I don't know if there's anything in Kentucky. There's really nothing on this part of the country that is any, there's one down in Indiana in about a month or so, but there's really nothing on this side of the country. Everything's always on the west coast, probably because that's where all the quartz power is at. Simon Price, yes, I got another Umo book coming out and another Ponte white paper that is almost complete. I have to double check with the Umo to make sure that the content that they want mentioned is okay. So, and I do know that the Ponte stuff is going to be detailed in projects and explanations of like consciousness and how they connect and all that stuff. So that's pretty much all done. There's a couple of things that I don't know if we're ready to know that yet, but they say to go ahead with it. But I don't think we're ready to know some of that stuff. It's pretty deep. But yeah, those two projects are in the works. I'm also working on, we're almost complete with Nancy Tremaine's collection of stuff, which is going. Oh, there she is. You back?
I'm back. Can you
Oh,
hear
you changed
me?
your hair.
Can you hear? No, I'm here. I'm very sorry about that. We unexpectedly completely lost internet which is unexpectedly we lost the internet. I'm like, okay, you know, but we're here, so we're here. We're still here. Thank you for waiting, everyone. We are once again we are broadcasting live from Conscious Life Expo with the special edition of the Infinite Star Connections. We have Jimmy Church from Fade to Black. We have the amazing Maureen St. Germain. We'll talk about her wisdom, fifth dimensional consciousness, Akashic records, all of it. So I went back to my booth because we're out. But we also saw this incredible deck from this lady, Bernadette, who speaks to animals and also help animals healing. So I'm gonna be getting those decks, and it's all goes to charity for children and horses. I think it was amazing. So you got a glimpse of what it looks like. We spoke with one of the other vendors, Sebastian, very gifted reader. His energy is very calm, very from the heart. He's been a cornerstone of energy here in the exhibit hall. We've seen also the pyramid that we're working in. So what is your impression so far, Jeff? What you're getting from the vibe here from the Conscious Life Expo?
Oh, it's really simple. I wish I was there. I need to be there. We all need to be there. We should broadcast the entire show from one of those.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So well, here's the thing. How about this? So we make this prediction live today. Today is February 6th, 2022. Peter and I are going to be at the New Living Expo in San Mateo, California in May. I am a speaker there. We're going to be vendors. Why don't we make a goal? Thank you. Why don't we make a goal to do it there? We're going to be in San Mateo, California in May. Then we're going to be in Sedona for the Phoenix Rising 5D conference in Sedona first weekend of June. We're going to be in Mount Shasta in July for the conference there in Mount Shasta. So there's different possibility. What did you say, everybody who's watching? Do you want us to do more show live on conferences? Give us a thumbs up, a smile, or just yes. We want more diversity in addition to amazing guests that we're also going to have. So let's plan on it, Jeff. How does it sound? Yes?
Yeah, I mean, I got all my Umo stuff ready, my
Right?
Ponte stuff. We can get a booth, opposing booth, whatever, and go there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we'll do that. We'll plan on more. So excited this, and for those who are interested, our web developer is almost done setting up our event calendar. We'll have everything on our website, all the upcoming conferences, where we're going to be next, opportunity to come see us in person, do some work. Yes, the noise, but you know what? The noise comes with the conferences. It's part of the experience, and we're lucky right now because it's quiet in the conference in the exhibit hall. The conference just started a little bit later today, so yes, we did a quick walk around, being able to just to show you around. There's a lot going on. If I move my laptop too much, the internet goes, no, I'm not going to show you. But we have here at the booth, we have our book that we have, The Wisdom of the Silver Sisters. I'm also talking heavily to people about our holographic book healing every month. What is important to watch is to see how much people are ready. A lot of people are ready to go beyond fear paradigm. They're ready to learn. They're ready to be trained. They're open-minded to receive and evolve. And I've seen that from people. It's been absolutely incredible. Thank you,
Let me ask
Divine
you a question.
Fractal.
Let me ask you a question. The average person that's walking around, do you think that these are new people, or have they been at conferences before? Can you tell?
Yes, that's a good question, Jeff. So overall, the feeling of what we've been getting is that it's different level of consciousness. There are those who, overall, it's more in terms of, I know, I have some consciousness about it. I have a desire to learn more. And there's also an oscillation between fear, anxiety, doubt, and also some joy, some anticipation. We're ready for. So it's very much in between. And here, especially in LA, there's a lot of polarization in energy. It's something that we've been really clearing up since we got here on Thursday, clearing up the polarization to bring fragmented energy back into more unity, wholeness, bring it back together, if that makes sense. We're here to bring it back, help people heal and expand beyond. Um, do I dare to do? I'll give you an example of this. Yesterday, I did healing work here in the pyramid. A wonderful, lovely lady. She's a Reiki master. But at the same time, because of this, she was to utilize her to help people heal. So I coached her. I coached her the entire time. This beautiful Reiki master I spoke with, I helped her, coached her to go beyond the fear and says you can utilize your gift and be able to help others. So that was a beautiful moment here at the conference. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me,
Yeah. Perfect.
Jeff? Can you?
Yeah. Bam. Mm-mm-mm. Well, she must be having so much energy that it's bumping her feed. But okay. Well, what I got coming up with the UMO is that they were explaining how the birthing process happens with a human, which is quite different than what we understand how it works, where when the soul comes into the body. So, oh, she's
All
back.
right, we're back. So we're getting some interference, everyone, because I was sharing something very important to all of you, and magically we lost again the Wi-Fi. So it's part of the joy of being live on the conference, let me tell you. So we got more people coming in, browsing, connecting. Good morning. Connecting to other vendors. And it's what I love, Jeff, is that among vendors, we bond, we connect to each other, we help each other. Yeah, it's a cliffhanger. Well said, Lisa. Every time we go buffering, it's a cliffhanger. It's the way we also help each other be between vendors. And I love that. That builds a sense of community. And I love it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. And did you hear about this beautiful Reiki master lady I worked with yesterday? Were you able to hear that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's just to show you that we're helping people to move beyond the fear. And we're shifting. It's in fact even the bottle of waters. It says the word paradigm on it here at the conference. I'm getting new water paradigm bottle of water. It's incredible. We've been getting them all weekend and we're shifting. So I don't know if we're going to be able to be on for the full hour and a half, but we're gonna we're gonna stay. Saeed, we have Saeed in the chat room. Yes, Sedona5D.com. Check out the conference. Saeed, I am talking about it. Peter and I'm gonna be there. Beautiful conference in Sedona. I think it's around June 5th, 6th, 7th, that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Check it out. So we're gonna need to do this more, Jeff, to be on the road like this. So
I
I'm
love live events. You know
taking
that?
the time because absolutely, yes, absolutely. And it's wonderful to see. Let's see, show you. People are coming in.
Nice. Look at that.
Already. I know, right? Let's see if I can walk a little without losing a connection. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we
There,
are. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, we want to share the energy because it's important to connect with community and support each other. And everywhere we go, we really anchor, we're point of anchor into those, the town, the city, everywhere we travel to. We're going to be going back in even Las Vegas in October, Florida, also in October. And so everywhere we go, we're implementing point of anchorage of light. So what we do is that we help the planetary grid to activate at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Absolutely. So what is your Ponte saying about all this?
They they want me to go, but I can't go yet. They're there right now with you.
They're
all
I
over
know
the
they are.
place.
I've been feeling. I
Yeah, the only
can
one here
feel
is
them.
Sarah's the only one here,
Okay,
and she
beautiful.
keeps wanting me to talk about that damn Ponte paper, but I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet. That I'm
Yeah, it's
not
not
ready yet.
time.
I'm not
Yeah,
ready yet.
it's
And
coming.
that
It's coming.
I don't know. I don't know. Some heavy duty stuff that they were explaining to me. I'm like, you know what? Well, we ain't ready to know this stuff yet. You know, but
Well, okay. Here's my prediction. Sometime in the fall, by the time we reach the fall solstice or equinox, how do you call it? Sometime in the fall. I got a feeling sometime in the fall for you. It will be time.
yeah, I mean, it's for the most part it's done. But just going through the how it's all flows through there, I'm like, I can't include this yet. So there's still more understanding that's got to be done.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, like Cosmic Alchemist just said, it's a global awakening. It really is a global awakening, and there's a lot of changes going on the planetary grid. In fact, what I've been shown, there are some ancient sacred sites that are going to already out of alignment with the new configuration, and other sites going to be more predominant, lit up, or and seems to be a consensus here at the conference, right here in LA, that it's a time, it really is a time for that boost of cosmic awakening consciously on the planet. And there's so many people come to me, Vivian, you talk with the alternate. I says, yes, I do. We're ready. What are they waiting? Where are the
Yeah.
cosmic? Where are those star brothers and sisters? We're ready for this. I says, yes, you maybe are personally in your paradigm, but everything is moving in a very, very synchronistic manner. So you have to trust. There's so much more coming in. Remember, this is a year of emergence. It's a year
Yeah,
of emergence.
I would
And
give it another
just
6 months. Yeah, we give it another 6 months because if you get too much too soon, you'll get all messed up, and you won't. You're just not. No, we're not ready yet. Almost.
yeah,
I'm not ready to
it's
give it out
coming.
because
It's coming.
I don't want people to get all like, what is this? And they get deluged with all these questions about self-awareness, and what you got to understand yourself first before you can understand what they're talking about. You have to look at it from their point of
Yes,
view.
and
We
understanding.
think everything happens from our point of view. It's totally wrong. From their point of view, I mean,
Well,
we just got to understand their point of view. The universe doesn't
well, the thing is,
revolve around the Earth. you know.
well, I said it many, 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 many eyes set on this earth because of what's coming up right now. So we're very excited. And every time, one thing I want to mention again about the conference is that we're shifting a lot and we're helping people to shift. And every time we interconnect, people remember us. Hey, I remember you from last year, or I remember you from 2 years ago. Are you going to be at this conference next? Are you going to be at the Contact in the Desert? We're hoping for Contact in the Desert. I don't think it's going to happen this year. As they reopen Contact in the Desert in Indian Wells for it, we're ready to be more boots on the ground, more mobile, to make more face-to-face contact. What is an ironic things to say? Face-to-face contact.
If contact in the desert doesn't
Go
happen, there's
ahead.
always others. There's always others. There's others.
I know. I really like this one. And then, of course, in September, the Phoenix International UFO Congress, which we're also going to be in person this year. That would be wonderful. Wonderful. Everything is shifting. You'll watch between now, we're in February, March, by the time we reach April and May, we're going to be
I think
already
it's
by
May,
the time
right?
we reach May. Yes.
Isn't that what your dad said? That's pretty much after mid-May, things get accelerated, right? If I remember his
Yes,
message
there's
correctly.
an yeah. Yes, yes, right on, Jeff. There's definitely an acceleration coming in. They keep showing me a white curtain around the month of May, like we're moving through. I can see that. In fact, last night, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I saw this elemental being in my room. It has a beautiful silver light color, and this being of pure silver white light came, and I was having stomach issue. I mean, heavy stomach issue. And then the being said to me, that's because you have absorbed too much energy, too much level, different mix and match of frequencies. And I said, I need help. The being came like an elemental silver white light, scanned my body. It was gone. It was gone. My stomach was feeling wonderful. No more pain, nothing. I was able to fall asleep. And I said, thank you for helping me so I can be in shape for tomorrow. It was incredible, that being. Beautiful silver white light. I mean, it took care of my stomach like that. It's just, so the thing is, what does it also mean, at least if I have to give my humble opinion, is the more you work with light and you ask, I'm here to be of service, I'm here to be an anchor, show me how can I be of service. It means that you also receiving the assistance, the guidance, the protection, and what you need to be of service. And that was for me a big reminder last night when I was in the presence of this beautiful elemental pure white silver light. I was so grateful. And the stomach, it's also what we need to digest. There's a lot going on here at the conference. I can feel the pulse through the city. I can feel different level of energy. I can feel different many beings being here. It's not just humans. There's different beings here. I can feel that. So this is why, the symbology of the stomach being overflowed and then the being coming of the light and helping me to release what I may have absorbed throughout the day. What a gift, right?
Do you think that those beings are always monitoring the people too, to see if they're get the pulse of the people?
Yes. Oh, yes, we do. We have a surprise guest, everyone. Come on in, Paul. Come. We have someone who's going to join us. Hi. Good morning. We have a surprise guest. Thank you for joining us today.
Sure.
Oh my God, this is so here.
Hi.
You can put it on so you can hear my co-host, Jeff. Paul, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
We're so happy to have you.
Hi. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Paul Hynek, everybody. You've been here since the beginning of the conference, Paul?
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful. And I think you've been presenting during the conference?
No, I'm a civilian this year.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Wow. Refreshing.
Yes.
Because usually you're always so involved, like in, project and
Yeah.
presenting and today, this time around, you're just enjoying the conference.
I have absolutely no responsibilities whatsoever.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I mean,
Love it.
isn't that incredible? So what has been so far favorite moments for you at the conference?
The Nubian pyramid right here.
You're awesome.
And I had a sort of related to the conference psychonautic adventure here on Friday night, and seeing my friend Jacques Vallée receive a Lifetime Award last night.
Oh, wonderful. Jacques Vallée. Okay.
And just the hundreds of conversations with everybody here.
Yes, a connection.
Right.
Especially when you are free spirit like this, being able to walk around, connect, see what your friend Jacques.
Yeah.
And I know that we had Jimmy Church earlier came through and we talked about Linda Moulton Howe's birthday.
Right.
Were you there as well?
Yes.
Oh,
It was fun.
That was fun. That was incredible that her birthday, especially a milestone for her, right here at the time of the conference.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what's next for you? What's coming up next along the road?
So my most particular interest is in seeing if I can find a link between, let's call them extraterrestrial or alien experiences, which you know quite well.
Yes, I do.
And other methods of achieving contact with similar consciousness, like interdimensional.
Interdimensional.
Specifically DMT. That it's either shortcut or a different path, but I think there might be a link between them, and that's what I'm trying to work on.
That is fascinating. So for people who may not be familiar with the term DMT, can you?
Yeah, so DMT is the most powerful psychedelic drug known to man. It's called the big brother to ayahuasca, more known. And having perhaps done a lot of psychedelic drugs in my life, I find that this one is qualitatively different. And there is a fascinating book called Alien Information Theory that goes into the idea that the experiences that you have may not be hallucinations or distortions, but actually better clarity.
Better clarity. Okay. And you have experienced that before?
Yes, I did that Friday night here at the hotel.
Right at the hotel.
Yeah.
How was it for you, Paul?
It's we've all had transcendent experiences, and when someone asks you to describe that, you sort of fail to find words, and that's where I am now at that failure point. It's incredible, and I'm just very interested in bringing back information from either DMT encounters or other such experiences, or communions with other intelligences that can impact the scientific community and speak the language they know, to say that yes, these experiences are what scientists would call real, whereas on a personal level, it's not so much about real as it is valid and helpful.
Okay, I see. And besides this expert, was it your first time on Friday?
No.
Or was it your first
No.
time? Okay, you had before.
Yes.
Okay. So do you feel it has increased your level of consciousness to be able to talk with enlightened intelligence?
Yes and no. It makes me more aware of what feels like another implicit universe, but it's kind of like if we were looking down on the floor and there's an ant there, and in that ant's mind, it's trying to communicate something to us.
Okay.
But we look down and we're like, what? I really don't. So the challenge of, and I feel like I've had communications with this intelligence, but it's so much more, I don't want to say superior, but so much smarter, so much more experienced, so much in tune with the universe that it's so hard to even just sort of find a coupled frequency to communicate.
Okay. Okay.
For me, because I don't have
Okay.
the kind of experiences you've had,
I know.
where I'm sure maybe at first you kind of communicate, or maybe you didn't. I don't know, but it's just for me. This is the notion that UFOs are not only nuts and bolts craft from other planets, and that a visual sighting of a craft is often not the most important aspect of an experience, leads me to believe that there is another or other layers involved to this, and perhaps there's other ways that we can get to that same path.
Okay, yeah, there's other ways to get. I can appreciate that. Maybe, like you mentioned, you're new to this, and for you to feel like a bridge, it feel like this experience is like the bridge that allows you to tap into this higher level of consciousness. I like the end example, tapping with different level of life forms, intelligence, languages, vibrations,
Yeah.
and get you in that. Okay. Okay. Well, you've been very involved with different projects, so if you had different experiences, it can be, when you were a child or along the way in your career.
Yeah, and I almost don't want to label them because they're just very interesting, like whether they're ghosts or encounters or things. But I've had lots of experiences that are not, let's say, normal or not every day.
Okay.
Some of them enriching, some of them fun, some of them terrifying.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you cope with all of this?
The most terrifying, I'll tell you quickly, the most terrifying experience I had. I was about 10 years old, asleep in a room in my home in Chicago. And I used to have all vivid dreams of monsters and highlights from the dream the night before. And all the monsters had a weak spot, a wooden stake through the heart or garlic or whatever. And this was an invisible sphere about 5 feet in diameter that I could perceive,
Okay.
that's floating above the ground, about 10 feet above the ground, coming to get me. I'm 10 years old, so I don't really know what get me means. Like, eat my soul, kill my body, I don't know. But it's coming, and it is pure evil. There's no weakness, and it is reveling in my fear. It is luxuriating in my panic.
Oh.
And so it's coming for me slowly because it can. There's not a thing I can do. It will get me. And I was still coming to terms with vocabulary of dread and evil and surrender. And I was really horrified. And then I woke up. I don't know if it was a dream, but I woke up and I went running out the door, tears streaming down my face out the front door. My mom happened to be walking up to the house and, thought the house is on fire or
Right,
I broke, something broke my arm or something. And I never had that experience again. I never slept in that room again.
Okay.
But to me, I felt like I had touched evil, stripped away of its kind of comic facade that we have
Right.
to make it more palatable. And that was pure evil. And I'm just very happy I've never had, because I was terrified for months, and I would go to sleep or whatever it was and encounter that again.
Well, I can only imagine you're 10 years old and facing that. Is it possible, Paul, that at a higher level this happened so you can understand the polarization here, so you can understand what kind of challenge this
That's what I like about you, Vivian. I operate on the level of what happened. You operate on the level of why. So I don't know. I'm still years later coming to terms with what happened.
Right.
Who the heck sent that or for why? I've never even thought to this day about why I would have that experience.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the time when we bring that layer of wisdom to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome to be able to wrap it and being able to
Yes.
say, I let that go out of my field. I extracted the wisdom of it.
Yes.
Probably why this is happening right now.
Good.
Right here live on the Conscious Life Expo. That was the most terrifying. What was the most wonderful or positive experience?
Oh, wow. I'll say Friday night was pretty good.
Friday night?
Yeah. Here at the LAX Hilton.
Yes. Well, that experience with the deity?
Yeah, and because I feel with DMT that it's the same intelligence I encounter every time. And the first time after I kind of got my bearings, I asked, "Are you what we perceive to be UFOs and aliens?" And it was a mostly female presence, but I don't know if like that now what we call a spectrum, like male female spectrum, really applies or not. And it was like millions of miles of synapses, and I'm in where like the fabric of the universe is being created. And I heard somebody describe it as complex patterns of light and geometry made of love and understanding.
Oh,
And I like that. I like that.
wow.
And so I asked that question: Are you what we perceive to be UFOs and aliens? And the answer came rumbling down: We can't explain in a way that you would understand.
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I understand. No. So sounds like there's something here." And the next time I went back, I asked the same question. But as I was asking the question, I stopped myself because I felt that it was so majestic and so tremendous that this question I was asking, that is one of the most important questions for mankind, and especially resonant for my family, was so cheap and tawdry that it was beneath them for me to ask them, because I felt it was too majestic for me to even
Majestic.
monkey with my little questions.
I love the way you describe it, like that pure love interweave,
Yeah.
almost like fiber of light interweaves into pure consciousness. It's interesting, Paul. I must observe that from an early stage on in life to what just happened 2 days ago, complete opposite pole.
Yeah.
A polarity, complete opposition, and yet to bring it back into unity and to bring it back into wholeness
Yeah.
within you.
And yesterday I kind of had a leak between those because the song I've always listened to when doing DMT is Devi Prayer. And it's a beautiful song. I think it's like 100 ways to say divine.
Yes.
And it's this melodic female chanting. I have only heard that music while doing DMT.
Oh my God.
And on Friday, he started playing that a bit too. I said, please stop, I can't handle that. And then yesterday when I was walking around and I saw you and I'm walking on the floor here,
Yeah.
somebody was playing that song.
Oh my
And I had
God.
to run out of the room because to me that song is strictly associated with that experience. If I hear it in the real world, it did not bring me joy, it brought me terror.
It brought you
No, I'm being melodramatic. It didn't bring me terror, but it brought me, I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know if I would slip back into that
Right.
immediately.
Yes. That's why I feel for you that the trauma you sustained at the age of 10 through that experience needs to be extracted from you in that time closing.
And that's the in addition to going there to this DMT realm, I've had experiences with them where they help dredge up emotional sludge and get it out. And when I did it the second time, they said, welcome back, Paul. Let's resume where we left off last time.
Let's resume. I love
So
that.
it's the same intelligence that actually had an interest in my well-being, even though I'm like an ant.
More than that, remember, we carry divinity within. So they see who you really are beyond the physical incarnation, or divinity within. So they can see, they know you are.
Good.
Oh my God. But this is incredible. I know today, this conference is about you exploring, connecting all of this. And the fact you're taking time with us today, I'm very grateful.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, Paul, what a great surprise. We were just talking about the conference, and then I saw you coming in, and I said, okay, everyone, we have another surprise guest. Guest is
And
coming.
I couldn't find it. I was looking for you, and I got lost.
Yeah, it's a big place.
I was running around, and then I finally realized I had to look from the other point of view, and then I saw the pyramid.
You saw the pyramid,
Yeah.
That's the point. Book 306, it's a big exhibit hall, so it's easy to get lost. But, so what's on the menu for you today?
I'm going to see Jacques and Paula speak at noon, and then JJ and Desiree Hertak speak at 1, and then
JJ.
a little bit of downtime, and I have to go home and work. I've got a whole bunch of work to do that I put off all weekend.
That's wonderful.
Have to shift gears.
Yes, to shift gear. Yeah, I know. That's what we're going to be doing. When we go back tomorrow, it's like shift gear, go back to work and working with people, sessions, and
Very good.
going back to. So what is your next conference? When you're going to be next?
The next one I know is UFOCon in now March in San Francisco. We met at one of those.
You're still going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then MUFON, and then I will speak in Bulgaria in September in Bulgarian.
Fantastic. In book. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Incredible. Well, I know we're going to see you again. We always run into each other at conferences. So we're going to be at the New Living Expo in San Mateo, California.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Yeah, and there's many more coming up. So always a pleasure to be with you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Paul Hynek today. We are so grateful to have you.
Oh, it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun, right? I love your experiences because people can relate to them, experiencing different polarity and then especially with the light and what you've gone through, which is phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Paul.
My pleasure. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll
Bye-bye.
see you again, and I'm just going to take you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Wow, that was Paul Hynek from the Project Blue Book. Isn't that incredible? Just like this.
Just like that. I love it.
Just like that, coming in. We no longer give them the AirPods. I'm just telling that we no longer have the sound from my AirPods. It's done. Yeah. So we're wrapping up almost. We're already almost at the end of the show. Incredible. Yes, my book is this one. It's called The Wisdom of the Silver Sisters. It's available on Amazon. And we're going to be doing amazing. Who's our next guest? Next time we're going to have our guest. Who's our next guest, Jeff, coming up on the show?
I believe it is Darrell Stokes.
Laurie McDonald?
Nope, Darrell. Laurie's scheduled for sometime in April. So, my list here.
Yeah, that's him.
No, you're not. And
Okay. All right. We will see you next time, everyone. Namaste.
Good job, Vivian.